one more comedian, then we're having a break.
Oh.
Ladies and
Good on
gentlemen,
you.
give it up for Gary O'Sullivan!
One of the thoughts I've had is that I'm pretty sure Boost Juiced is just a very convenient solution for people with too much money who can't be bothered to chew their own fruit. If Nescafe Blend 43 makes at best an average cup of coffee, how bad will blends 1 through 42? I buy all my books at op shops. I'm saving the planet. You can thank me later on. My latest book I bought was called The Complete Guide to Witchcraft and Magic, written in 1971. So I thought, yeah, it's pretty complete. Came across this fantastic line in it that said, "You may fascinate a woman by offering her a piece of cheese."
Done.
What the fuck? I've been wasting 5 years on dating apps. All I do is fucking buy cheese. Hot fucking beauty. And as chance would have it, I had a date a week later. She was not fascinated. Confused, and very soon after disinterested but not fascinated. So instead of being a man standing in front of you in a newly minted relationship, I'm just a man who owns too much cheese. Living in a tropical city. A couple of months ago, I was in an op shop looking for books, and I came across a golf. Raised a few questions for me. The first one was, I'm pretty sure she's lost. Because I don't think Hy-Vee's Workwear and Wiggles DVDs are on her shopping list. And yeah, like it's a true commitment being goth, but I wasn't game enough to sort of go up and ask her whether she was lost or not. Because goths have a facial expression that pretty much says, if it turns out I need your help, I'd rather fucking die. And being a goth is commitment, you know, it's that facial expression, it's the makeup, it's the hair, it's the clothing, it's the whole thing, you know. Goths sort of look like life's trying to suck something out of them. Sometimes it's severe mental illness. Sometimes it's repeated satanic verses. In Darwin, it's just the heat. One of the true tenets of being a goth is to know and feel pain. Goths in other cities are outwardly looking for pain. In Darwin, you don't have to do that. You just have to get dressed and go outside. Makeup's running by the time they get to the end of the driveway. Because nothing says pain in Darwin like a black hoodie in December. Another question I had is, how did the goths get to Darwin? Was it like a mystery flight gone wrong? A dare from another goth? Maybe they were just like the eldest child in like a family holiday that came to Darwin, and there was just one too many group family activities in matching t-shirts, and they just said, fuck it, I'm staying. And what was the goth looking for? What did they want to buy, you know? Was it like rosary beads? Was it like a book about death? Maybe it was to buy clothes that someone had actually died in. Then I thought, no, actually what they're really there for is to observe the true living dead, and that is the op shop employee. Someone who wishes they can die, but can't. Trapped in a never-ending Groundhog Day that just goes on and on. That is true pain. Just wondering, does anyone else ever find themselves with some free time at work and uses that free time to have a wank? Oh, me neither. No. I've never had a job that exciting. But I was reading a story a little while ago about a bloke who lost his job because he was caught having a wank at work. And it wasn't because one of his colleagues walked in on him. No, he filmed it and posted it online. The stupid will kill us all. There is no doubt. Isn't it funny when you hear a story like this? It's never a woman, is it? No. It's always a bloke. Whose decision-making pathway is idea, action. And just completely ignore the thinking part. You know? And I hope you are as excited as I am about this story, because the next 2 minutes may well be a bit dull for you. Just a bit of background, you know, like unless you're working in the sex industry, your job description doesn't contain the words masturbate, or wank, or self-love, or anything like that at all. And there's a very good reason why we all wank at home. you know, like in private, you know, away from everyone else. Because whilst it feels really good, there's nothing to see. Nothing to see at all. And nothing that an HD camera is going to make any better. So let's just review a few of these steps that this mouth-breathing genius decided to go through to not only find himself unemployed, but unemployable. So the first step is that he found himself with some free time at work, and instead of thinking, you know, I'll have something to eat or something to drink, the traditional methods, he thinks, better still, let's have a wank. Now, I know we all have crazy thoughts, you know, but it's our job as human beings to keep those thoughts locked up inside the fucked up part of our brain that's the other crazy thoughts. The thoughts like, of course you should punch that baby. Driving head on traffic is going to be fun. Do it, yeah. That's where that thought goes. Let's have a wank at work. That's where it needs to stay. Better as a thought. The second thing is that at some point just before the wank, he's thought, no, hang on, I best film this. This is going to be worthwhile. And just a little statement here. If you're setting up a camera to film yourself and you're naked, or most of your genitalia is showing, review that decision. And then review it again and review it again until you come up with the answer of I'm not going to film it, because that is the only answer. And then thirdly, post-wank, you know, when all the blood's returned to where it needs to be, the decision making is not pressured. You know, he's thought, hang on a second, better not keep this to myself, let's share it with the fucking world. After all of this pillar of society now is unemployed and unemployable. And I just wanted to yell out to him really loudly, mate, there's much easier ways to quit your job. I was also down in Adelaide recently, so earlier in the year for the Adelaide Fringe Festival, and I was really taken by the homelessness down there. There's heaps of homeless people down there. And I passed 2 or 3 people, and it just started this massive internal debate. You know, do I or do I not give them money? Because I'll give them money, they'll probably buy the things that have got them into homelessness at the moment. If I don't, what will they eat tonight? Where will they sleep? How are they going to drag themselves out of homelessness? You know, and it just builds and builds and builds. You know, and this empathy was growing inside me, fueling this debate. Then I watched a bloke walk past a homeless guy, about 5 steps, and he turned around, came back, and handed him $10, and they had a bit of a laugh and a chat. It was a really sort of happy moment. Well, of course, that just made my empathy go into overload, and the debate raged inside me. I got back to my hotel room, but by that stage, this internal debate had become external. But the thoughts were going too fast for my mouth, so I was just speaking gibberish, you know. My head was wobbling, I was pointing and sort of pacing. I looked remarkably like a Parkinson's sufferer debating in a foreign language. Anyway, I had a lucid moment in amongst all of this, and I thought, I've got to do something about it. So I raced down and found the nearest homeless guy I could, but by this stage, the empathy was just under control. I was flying out, and I handed him $50. But as I did, he just debating like a dickhead, you know. And he, after about 30 seconds, he sort of accepted the $50 and looked at me, not with a smile, but with a half confused, half pissed off look on his face, and said, mate, debilitating mental illness is my thing, how about you back the fuck off? And I did back off, but from that point on, I had to give every homeless guy I saw $50. And that did control this uncontrolled empathy. But there's a lot of homeless people in Adelaide. And on my second last day, I realised I was only 3 homeless people away from being homeless myself. And that's when I realised one of the main causes of homelessness is not alcoholism or mental illness or drug addiction. It's actually uncontrolled empathy and way too many ATMs. Just one more thought that I'll leave with before I go, and that is there's a number of signs that will never get translated into Braille. The one I'm really thinking of at the moment is caution, hot service. Thanks very much.
Yeah.